Welcome to our channel. Today, we're revealing a heartbreaking yet hopeful story. The senior's last chance popped like a balloon, but 6 years of failures didn't burst his fighting spirit. From then on, he pinned his hopes on his junior, providing study space and willingly offering help for free. They lived on mere tea money, sitting at the stall with joy while chasing their studies, no complaints about life. Their thirst for knowledge was like an oasis in the desert, but when the preliminary exam results came out, Manoj faced crushing defeat, leaving him in denial. The reality of countless people competing made failure common. Senior Gal shook his shoulders, shouting, "Try again." From then on, he studied and worked harder, finding time to help seniors with deliveries, making Panda's rich friends roll their eyes. He mocked those poor folks coming from the bottom, claiming they didn't focus on studying once they got here. He said how could they not waste time on menial jobs and miss the chance to shine? What's the point of climbing mountains and crossing rivers? Just to waste national resources. But Gaulai wasn't having it, stating that we poor folks truly have nothing, but we didn't come empty-handed. Under Gauli's passionate words, time flew by and another year passed. This year, through hard work, Manoj overcame obstacles and earned the main exam proctor role. But now, the priority was not to bask in pride, but to find the best coach for preparation. With an introduction, he arrived at the richest local school. He was tenacious this year, studying hard, reaping the rewards. Finally made it to the most prestigious tutoring center in the area, with walls adorned with snapshots of students realizing their dreams, boosting his confidence in their teaching. But with empty pockets, he scraped together only half of the fee after 2 years, begging them to let him pay in installments. He even offered to take on all food tutors, and surprisingly, they accepted. However, in the office, he stumbled across a portrait of Damha, who claimed to be self-taught, leaving him perplexed. He distinctly remembered that this guy mistook him for a kindred spirit and owed him a favor. He pointed out the error, but the manager said they paid $150,000 for the portrait. Talk about a marketing stunt. Manoj was disgusted by this hypocrisy, immediately calling out the popular illusion in public. In the end, his words tanked the institution's reputation and blocked his enrollment, but forged a strange fate with rich girl Dollar. The next day, they unexpectedly met in the library, with Dollar mistaking him for a learned engineer. Manoj, filled with humility, didn't deny it and invited her to sign up for tutoring, unknowingly building a friendship on lies. As time passed by, this friendship gradually deepened and even blossomed into love. During a class, the teacher praised Manoj and rewarded him with 2 chocolates, which he gave all to Dollar, deepening their bond. They sweetly exchanged their hearts to Dollar's song, creating a serene space. Their love was like a painting, rich in meaning, but a beautiful lie exposed leads straight to a bottomless pit. During a class, the teacher asked about rocket launch principles, and Dollar, thinking Manoj was an expert, stood up to assert his knowledge. However, when faced with an unknown topic, Manoj's awkwardness was completely laid bare. After that, cracks formed in their relationship. He apologized, saying the misunderstanding was due to his lack of courage, but the late confession couldn't mend the bond. Soon, Manoj's life spiraled downhill, facing crises at work. His earnings from selling waste paper dropped by a quarter, and the librarian accused him of taking kickbacks. Even with the books in front of him, he wouldn't believe it, branding Manoj a lying thief just like his father. Manoj angrily quit his library job and went to a flour mill to work and study. Andy asked how he studied in such a setting. He calmly shut the machine off and showed his desk. Subtitles, Pandy advised him. Now is the crucial time for exam preparation. Come and live with me. However, Manoj simply gave a faint smile, choosing to be self-confident and independent rather than relying on others. But the main examiner arrived swiftly, and misfortune befell him once again. As a tough guy, English had always been his weak spot in exams, but this time it went surprisingly smoothly. Because the exam essay's topic was precisely about Indian terrorism, he just needed to translate his praise paper for high scores. However, a classmate sitting nearby commented that perhaps checking the answers after the exam might also be a kind of unbearable pain, which he found utterly unacceptable. The second attempt ended in failure. This failure stopped him from endlessly studying. Instead, he took a bus over a winding mountain road, leaving heavy footprints. He didn't forget the formal apology he owed Dollar and that grand confession. But instead, he was met by Dollar's butler. Turns out, Dollar was attending her cousin's wedding. When the butler answered the phone, he felt a wave of guilt for leaving without a word. He confessed his errors during the exam. In the end, his embarrassed confession was met with rejection. "When I get back, can I call Kishan?" he asked forlornly, to which the butler coldly replied, "Just go home."